Um, so I have Ewing sarcoma. I was originally diagnosed in 2009 and went through chemotherapy and radiotherapy, and I did all that, and it took about 2 years, and I then ended up in remission for a year and a half, and that's then when we found out more tumours had appeared in the same place, which is in the right side of my pelvis, and it's growing at a rate that they wasn't pleased with, and the only option was to remove it. They tried 3 different types of chemotherapy and it wasn't budging. It had almost become immune to the different drugs, so it was have your leg off or die, and dying wasn't an option, and that was meant to happen and then have chemo and then hopefully become in remission again. But unfortunately that's not the case. These tumours have grown, which there's always a percentage that they tell you about, but you just hope it's not going to be you that is in that percentage. And so unfortunately they've come back, and due to the trauma of having my right leg, pelvis and hip removed, it has caused 3 lumps on my lung to grow. At the minute they're just on the outside wall of the lung, so they're not affecting my breathing, but they're trying to maintain the sizes of the different growths and keep them there and stop them from growing and spreading any further, because then the ones on my lungs eventually will leak through the tissue and will then affect my breathing, which will make life very uncomfortable and hard to deal, even harder to deal with. And then once it's done that, it starts to attack your whole body really, until it can't take it no more. So unfortunately we've just got to get out, and that's why we're doing everything now and trying to have something done every week off the bucket list, and that just to get it done, and then to hopefully have the charity fully up and running before it's my time basically. And made the bucket list after watching the film, The Bucket List, and thought, well, I just liked the film. It was such a good idea, and there's so many things that everybody in life is like, I'll do that one day, and that, but one day never seems to come, and then when people get older or die in different circumstances, they say, oh, I wish I did this when I could, or I wish I could do that. And I just thought, well, I need to do it now, and I think I made the bucket list before I found out I was terminal, but I knew I'd relapsed and didn't think everything was going to run as smoothly as it did the first time. I just want to go out there and have fun. I'm a teenager still at the end of the day, and I'm still me, and I've missed a lot of my teenage years where I'd be going, where I should have been out partying with friends and them going to all the uni parties and everything like that, and I couldn't do it. So I thought now is the best time to make sure I go out and do everything that I've always wanted and wished I could do. But it's all not just for me, it's things that I know other people would want to do, and I'd like to be able to do it for them, and I'll get joy out of seeing their happiness come through something that they've always wanted and thought would never happen. Yeah, well, it's every girl's dream normally, is they dream about their wedding from, well, little girls when they're playing with their toys and their dolls and fancy dress, and I know I'll probably never get married, and that in reality I wish I could, and I'm going to fight this disease as much as I can, but you sort of have to think really it might not happen. So I want to go on and try wedding dresses on and have that experience that that most people get to do, and have a hen night, because I never get to do that, and just go out and have a laugh with friends and then feel like a princess for the day, trying on different dresses. And again, it's all about having fun and just experience something I've realised I'm not going to actually get to do, and that's about it really.
Okay.